Okay everyone, welcome back to our class. This is part 2 of this class for lesson C, Ventures 4. Okay, this is part 2. We are talking about participles as adjectives. We are studying the student book. We are on page 100. So continuing here on page 100. I need you now to go to our practice part, and we are gonna go slowly here. Okay, the best thing, as I always say, and I know you are tired, but as a good English teacher I have to repeat, because repetition is good. When you are learning something like a second language, a language that is foreign to you, it's very important for you to repeat, because repetition is very good for you. Repetition is good. Okay, repetition is good. Um, so now what I need you to do, I need you to take a look at this exercise here. And we are gonna practice what we've just learned in part 1. Okay? Remember that we are talking about participles. Participles are words that look like verbs. They end with ed or ing. That's it. And they look like verbs, but they actually don't function like verbs. They function as adjectives, words that qualify a quality of something or someone. And this is very important for you to understand, because now we are gonna apply this. Okay, because look at the exercise here. Circle the correct adjective. And now the exercise is asking you to circle which one is correct: the participle that ends with ing or the participle that ends with ed. And know when to use one or the other is very important. And that's what the exercise is telling you to do. So that's why I want you, and I do encourage you, to do this exercise by yourself first, and then come back for the correction, because then you're gonna get the most out of it. Okay, you're gonna get to use the correction time as a refresher. You're gonna use the correction time to check on the questions and difficulties you had. And then, because if you just don't look at if you don't do it, it's just gonna be something that it's not gonna be the best. You're just gonna circle the correct word and just follow, oh, I understand, and that's it. You're not stretching yourself. Okay, you're not stretching yourself. So what let's start here. Okay, what was the basic thing that we learned? um I'm gonna put another note here. Okay, because that's the bad thing about this program. I just can't. Okay, and again we are talking about participles as adjectives. Okay, what one thing that you have to understand, this is number one. Okay, participles ending with, and I'm gonna put in uppercase ing, qualify A noun. A thing. Okay, I'm gonna even put the thing. A thing. And that's the biggest difference. Whereas participles ending with ed qualify a person. Let me put a pronoun here that is better. Okay. I'm gonna leave this here so you can see. And look, let's look at this, the notes that I put here, and do the exercise. Okay. Now let's go very slowly so you can just understand this clearly in your mind. Number one. Number one. I heard that Juan and his friends went to a party after work. How was the party? I'm talking about party. Okay? It was really, it refers to what? The people or party? Party. It. Because it is a thing, I use exciting. It was really exciting. Did you understand that? Let me just correct here because this can be confusing. I'm just gonna leave person here because it's gonna be better. Yeah, it qualifies a person. Okay, that's gonna be better. I take out pronoun. Yeah, it's gonna be confusing if I leave pronoun. Okay, good. Got it. Okay, let's go to number two. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, what did Juan and his friends like the most about the party? What did Juan and his friends like the most about the party? There was a lot of music from different countries. So, I am qualifying music. Do you understand here? I'm qualifying music. Music is a thing or a person. I use interesting or interested. I use interesting. Very good. Okay? Good? Did you understand? Questions? Okay, let's continue. Number three. How did Juan feel the next day at work? How did Juan feel the next day at work? I'm talking about Juan. I'm talking about how he feels. The answer, he was exhausting or exhausted. He was exhausted. Why? Because I'm talking about how Juan feels. He. Okay. Okie dokie. Good, good, good. Questions? Okie dokie. Okay. Number 4. How long did he have to work? How long did he have to work? He had to work from 9:30 to 6:30. It was tanana day. I'm talking about day. So if I'm talking about day, I say tiring day or tired day because it's a thing, day. I use tiring. It was a tiring day. Okay? Good? Easy or difficult? Easy, right? Yeah, it's simple. I told you. English is very simple. It's not complicated. It's complicated because it's foreign to us. Of course, it's complicated. It's a different language. It's a language from another country. But that doesn't mean it's not simple. Okay? Um, so I want you to take away this image you have in your mind about English, that English is this, English is that. Don't do that. I want you to have in your mind that English is simple. English is simple. Okay? That if you study, if you focus, you will end up getting it. You will end up understanding it. Okay? You can do it. Um, Continue here. Number 5. Does Juan usually start working at 9:30? Does Juan usually start working at 9:30? No, he overslept. What does it mean overslept? He slept too much. Okay? He he slept too much. He missed the alarm. Now, he was tanana that he didn't hear the alarm clock. He was, I'm talking about who? He. And I'm talking about how he feels, right? So he was shocking or he was shocked. The correct answer is he was very good, shocked. Okay, good, good. I'm gonna erase this one because I don't want you to get confused. Yeah. Oops. Wow, that was a bad. Okay. Now, number 6. How did his boss react when he showed up late? How did his boss react when he showed up late? His boss was, and we are talking about his boss, a person. We are talking about how his boss felt. So his boss was irritating or his boss was irritated. The correct form is his boss was irritated. Okay, good. It's clarifying, right? See, we talked about this before. I told you multiple times that this was possible to use participles as adjectives, and now you're having a more clearer picture in your mind, right? Right? Yeah. Um, let's go to number 7. What did his boss say to him? What did his boss say to him? He told Juan that he was tanana in him. Now look, let's go slowly here. He told Juan that he was. So we are talking about who? He, right? Oops, no, I don't want this. We're talking about he. Oh, oh my goodness. We are talking about he. He's not working the pen. So we are talking about he, right? And how he feels. So we use he was disappointed. And let me tell you one thing here. If you get used to reading and you start practicing, you see that all this will be automatic. You won't even think if I'm talking about a person or a thing, if I have to use ing or ed, it'll be automatic, because the moment you say he was disappointing, it will go, that's not the right thing. You're gonna feel, even if you can't pinpoint why, you're gonna feel that, oh, this is wrong. So that's not how you say it. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, don't get stressed out because of this. Let's go to number 8. How did Juan feel after his boss told him that? Juan felt, this is clear now, right? Juan felt, how did he feel? Juan felt embarrassed. Very good. Why? Because we are talking about Juan and how he felt. Okay? Number 9. Juan didn't have a good day, I guess. What did he do later that night? He stayed home and had night in front of the TV. He stayed home and had what? A night. What kind of night? Relaxing night. Why relaxing? Because I'm talking about night. I'm not talking about a person. I'm not talking about how someone feels. I'm talking about night, a thing. Okay? Good? Number 10. So, is Juan going to go out again on a weeknight? I don't think so. He said it was an experience. Now, I'm talking about experience. So it was an exhausting experience. Okay? It was an exhausting experience. Because I'm talking about a thing, experience, not about a person and how the person feels. Good? I told you. I hope you this was simple. It was clarifying. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just play the audio for you to listen to the recording and and check your answers here, and then we're gonna go for a break and come back for the last part of today's class. Okay? But now listen to the audio.
Page 100. Exercise 2A. 1.
I heard that Juan and his friends went to a party after work. How was the party?
It was really exciting.
2.
What did Juan and his friends like the most about the party?
There was a lot of interesting music from different countries.
3.
How did Juan feel the next day at work?
He was exhausted.
4.
How long did he have to work?
He had to work from 9:30 to 6:30. It was a tiring day.
5.
Does Juan usually start working at 9:30?
No, he overslept. He was shocked that he didn't hear the alarm clock.
6.
How did his boss react when he showed up late?
His boss was irritated.
7.
What did his boss say to him?
He told Juan that he was disappointed in him.
8.
How did Juan feel after his boss told him that?
He felt embarrassed.
9.
Juan didn't have a good day, I guess. What did he do later that night?
He stayed home and had a relaxing night in front of the TV.
10.
So, is Juan going to go out again on a weeknight?
I don't think so. He said it was an exhausting experience.
Okay, everyone, that's all for now. Let's take a break and we come back for part 3 of today's class. I'll see you later.